Imagine a world where radio stations cease to exist.
This is our last public service announcement. After serving the community for almost 4 decades, KKFI is no longer.
This is exactly what we don't want to happen. Hi, I'm Coda Kaufman, and with me are Yazzie Armour Shabazz and Zoe Harris. And over the last 5 weeks, we've had the unique opportunity to intern at KKFI Community Radio.
Ever since 1988, KKFI has been providing the community with radio entertainment. KKFI is dedicated to serving the community and giving a voice to those without one. We do so by giving local artists a platform and sponsoring local events. We have recorded thousands of PSAs and sponsored major events such as the Crossroads Music Festival. Ever since, from one man's basement radio setup to a citywide broadcast with hundreds of volunteers, KKFI is dedicated to diversity, inclusion, and acceptance.
Even though the history of KKFI shows generations of community involvement, culture, and diversity, its 30 years of business has brought forth lots of change. Their main logo has changed 19 different times. This is a problem because it does not show consistency and can be very confusing to new and old listeners. To address the problem, our first how might we question was how might we improve the social media presence. Research showed that only 2% of viewers were tuned in to their social media. We then conducted face-to-face interviews with listeners and staff, and 50% of users said that they did not see KKFI logos or branding in the community. This helped us narrow down our how might we statement to how might we organize KKFI branding and community presence. We then conducted another survey for KKFI listeners consisting of questions like, what is their preferred logo? How might we reach out to young people better? And finally, what values do they see KKFI being? In the chart shown, the most common value represented was community.
Using this data, we designed our new logo. Seeing that the most popular one was the black and white circle, we decided to use that as a template. It was already a pretty good logo, so there was no need to reinvent the wheel. We met with a graphic design expert and a few other brands, and then we researched color psychology, and we found that yellow is the color of joy, which we want everybody to feel when they're listening to KKFI, and then blue is a color of tranquility and peace, which is sort of like community, which we wanted everybody to see. Elaborating on community, we decided to put the map of Missouri in the background of our logo to show that KKFI really is a part of Missouri and just one with the community.
Our second problem that we faced was KKFI's lack of presence in the community. To start solving this problem, we started researching different methods of advertising and different ways to get in the community, and we came up with 4 different ways to put ourselves out there. The first 2 were pretty standard, just advertisements. We plan to do billboards and advertisements on the sides of buses, and then for the other 2, we had all the show hosts create social media pages to advertise for themselves and KKFI at the same time. And we also are planning on having a reveal party for the new logo where we will invite board members and volunteers to the station to create buzz and get feedback on the new logo.
Our plan is to have all the new merchandise with the new logo ordered by the end of July. This only costs about $500 out of a $7,000 budget. Then we will do, in August and September, we will do our bus ad campaign where we will advertise on the side of buses. And then September and October, we will do our billboard campaign where we advertise on billboards. We will come back in after that and to see which one worked best, and then we will touch up and improve from there. And even after we saw that 4 different shows put their social media and got that together, we saw a 3% increase in listeners. So we project about 200 to 300 new listeners a day if every company does it. And that's how 3 kids help save a radio station.